or we just broke the entire thing now. I should have went with my gut feeling, not even started this. Alright everyone, hello and welcome back to another episode on Transport Fever 2 in the free mode with me, Spacefish, and welcome back to our beautiful, fancy, shiny new train that we've just bought in the last episode. We're in a little bit of a new modernization run as all these fancy new train carts have come in, which do permit way higher speeds than ever before, alongside this very economical, for the speeds that it offers, locomotive, which we can use alongside those. So we have been going around the map a little bit and, going through all the lines, making sure everything's up to snuff, all the frequencies are met, all the trains are nice and modern, and we've already made quite a lot of savings in terms of running costs right there, but we're not quite through yet. There is still a good bunch to take care of. We've got a good bunch of train lines to look at, most importantly, and then we will also go and have a little peek at everything that we have set up already from an air travel perspective, because, well, there's also been new airplanes developed, and I have to say they have been looking quite interesting indeed, so we may make some upgrades in that space too. So that's the plan for the time being for today, and then, if we do have some extra time, we'll probably already look at some new lines to take care of as well, so let's see just how well that is going to go. For starters though, before we get going, if you're new around here, if you do happen to enjoy this very episode, if you want to stay around for more videos like these, definitely make sure to go ahead and smash that subscribe button right down below. I would definitely appreciate that a ton. With that out of the way though, let us go and have a little quick look at our vehicle manager. Basically, all that we've done is all the oil stuff now, up until the last episode. So what we will today have to look at is going to be first and foremost all the passenger lines, and then, planes, planks, steel, trams, wood, and then we are done. So, I would say a good third of the list left to go here today. Now let us go first things first by looking at the line statistics that we've got going on, because that in the end is always going to be a bit important, just to also gauge the activity on the line, seeing how we're doing in terms of passenger transport. And this one is a very small train, I have to say, along with a very, oops, no, not what I wanted to do, along with a very empty set of carts too. Colburn Bedal was apparently not running all that well. I am intrigued why that is the case, especially given that it does seem like the whole place has grown quite a lot ever since the last time we were around. I do wonder, I have to say, if we are actually still covering everything with our little tram line that we've got going on right here. I mean, I would say that that's pretty much the case. Safe for a house or two, but generally speaking, still quite good. So, I mean, I guess, in that case, we wouldn't be worrying about that line in the slightest, because that is definitely not all too full right there. It is a little fuller on the way back, but still not even close to filling up that train, so we're not going to really bother with that. Darlydale, on the other hand side, is a little fuller, but still, I would argue it's still fine. Colburn, Darlydale, 13. Yeah, I think that's totally. We're not going to bother with that too much yet. I mean, I do have to say, I would really like to actually upgrade these trains. Well, that's maybe the only consideration, right? I would really like to have electric locomotives to kind of lower the emissions and let the cities grow even faster. The thing is, though, I think that this train is a whole lot more economical. Oh, no, it is in fact not. Is this a Flying Scotsman? Oh, ooh. See, now we did actually identify some potential for improvement right there. Because this Flying Scotsman is actually costing us $1 million a year. And, well, it's got an emission set here of 73. And we do all remember this little locomotive right here, right? 125 kilometers an hour, only 68 emissions, and only slightly more expensive. So we could really trim down emissions a good bit here in all those cities, while at the same time not really having that much more of an investment. And sure, it would hamper our profitability a little bit for the time being. We've got to keep in mind that that'll keep, well, that will affect cities positively, as in they'll be growing faster, which means our lines will be you know, used more and more, and all those trains will fill up more and more, and that means that in the long run, it's definitely the right decision to take. So I would like to look at that alongside that. Also, maybe if there's new carts or something, but it doesn't seem to be the case. So the important question would be if all these train lines are electrified, which it appears that not all of them are. So we do want to make sure to take close consideration here. Well, take into close consideration what we want to do. It is, I have to say, a little harder spot. Okay, Well, that's a bit that I don't like, currently. As you can see, I mean, these others we need to check, but these two here, none of these train lines are electrified, and, well, electrifying those, I can imagine, would cost us quite a fortune. We also need to rip that train station apart and redo it. I'm not really looking to... I'm not really that much looking forward to that, I would have to admit. The thing is, we wouldn't have to switch it out for high-speed train lines for starters. Because I think these go... Well, correct me if I'm wrong, those do go to 130, right? 120, in fact. Well, I think the train cars only can go a max of 120 anyway, so it's still fine. It doesn't look like the huge investment to me, to be honest. Okay, we'll just do that real quick. As long as we don't go to high speed, you can see that it's actually quite economical to just quickly go and add some power lines on the top of these tracks. So, oops. Well, we may as well go for that one. That one we are looking to upgrade as well, in any case, so totally fine by me. Now, these little thingies we don't have to, because that's only like the on-ramp for the train after buying it, basically, so doesn't matter all too much in that case, and all these we can go and upgrade all the way through. Now, inside the train station, that'll be a little more annoying, but aside that, I guess that's fine. We'll go do the same thing right here, and then I would say we've got 3 train stations that we need to look at upgrading here. Oh, wait. That part of the train... Wait, no, what? Why is this electrified, but then here it isn't anymore? I'm confused about that. Okay, in any case. So, we will go and upgrade this bit here first. And, oh god, it's all gonna break, isn't it? I also really need to keep track of what and where and how and why. So this here... oh god, oh, the game's really hating me right now. Well, you know... Word of advice, when you build the train stations, just try and build them with the right set of tracks from the get-go, because picking apart the train station like this and then putting it back together, the game really doesn't like it. And in the train stations, most definitely, I'm just going to go high-speed with catenary right away, because, you know, upgrading the train lines outside the train station itself is quite easy, I would argue, and quite quickly done. This whole lag with the train station, I mean, it's terrible and absolutely annoying, so I don't need to do that twice, I would say. Did I just upgrade the wrong train line? I mean... Wait. What? No, I think my... It feels more like my line just disappeared. No, not that one. It's actually Badal. Yeah, it's not there anymore. Could not connect all stations. Okay. We will have to see. Maybe we just need to, for Badal, go to Terminal 2 and then to Terminal 3 again. Or we just broke the entire thing now. I should have went with my gut feeling, not even started this. See, that's what I mean. Now it's kind of like super annoying. Now there must be... Well, in fact, we don't have an electric train on this yet, right? So it shouldn't matter that we swapped to electric. Well, that, like, if there is a gap in, like, the grid of electric power lines, it shouldn't matter currently. Because, I mean, it's pretty much just going all the way through here, and then, yeah. I mean, it is connected, technically speaking. So, I'm not quite sure, and I guess... No, that line didn't break. Why did the other line not break? And this one did. No, it did break. Don't mind me. No, we should have never done this, guys. I am really not happy right now. Can we please just make this work now? Terminal 3, not combinable. Yeah, but why? For what reason? And why is it even terminal? Wait. Is that terminal 3 or is that terminal 1? Because that's showing me a... It's terminal 1! Is it? No, it's terminal... What? I am so confused. Right, terminal 3. That is the right one. Then we go all the way down here to Badal Central, and then... Which terminal in the world is this one? That looks like 5. I think it is 5, isn't it? Okay. Okay. So, generally speaking, that was a little quick shocker, but the game just kind of jumped to a different terminal when we removed the thing and then never jumped back. So, it's not quite as terrible as we were thinking. Still quite annoying, I would say. Now, let's go to manage the line of this, and we'll go and swap this to terminal 5 as well, and boop! It's all magically working again. So, was a quite the little spook there for a second, I would say. Now, the thing is, that spook is going to happen again in just 1 second, because now we've got to do the entire thing all over again for 2 train lines in Colburn, and then we've got to do the entire thing all over again for another one in Darley-Dale. So, these 2 right here are going to now fall... Wait, these 2 right there? These 2 right there are now going to go and fall victim to our laggy modernization run. So, enjoy your lives, everyone, as we proceed to laggily delete the stuff and wait for an autosave. A very long one, may I say it. And then we head on happily ever after, destroying all the stuff and subsequently rebuilding it. So, let's get all these lined up, and once this bit is through, I hope that the most the most painstaking part is not quite over yet, because we've got to do the same for Darley-Dale, but we're getting there. So, that will have broken the lines again, I'm quite sure. As you will be able to tell by this very beautiful outlook. I think it was... Wait, why is it Terminal 4 now? Wait, no, we're looking at Darley... What? Why does it change things to Darley-Dale? That makes no sense. No. Colburn. Terminal... What? Let's... Terminals. Right? Okay, so that is Terminal 4. We want to go... edit the line, and we would like to go from Terminal 4 in Colburn Central. Cool. That one's going again. Then I guess this one would be Terminal 3 most likely. Yep. Cool. So we fixed the 2 again, and now it's working again. Now before we go and upgrade those trains, the one thing that we still need to take care of is... Yeah, that's correctly. So, the one thing that we do still need to take care of is this thing. And I have to say, I'm left absolutely clueless. Oh, have I upgraded the wrong train line? I think I may have. Do we go for the correct one here? Boop, 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 boop. I guess it's that one. Yeah. No, it looks good. Okay. So, the one that we would want to upgrade is that one right there. Second last, well, the last passenger train line, in fact. So, that one right here. Woo, God. Oh my God. Yeah, that's what I was saying. We're not quite done with the pain yet. I really wish I would have built this all with high-speed catenary train lines from the get-go. Well, to be honest, I'm not sure if we even had high-speed or catenary train lines when we first started building these train stations, because we were still quite early into the game. But still, it's a little annoying doing these upgrades. That said, that is then done, and hopefully high speed is the highest grade of railway upgrade thingamajig that you can get going. We will certainly find out about that eventually, but I am really hoping so, because that would mean that we don't have to ever come back to at least that specific train line in that specific train station ever again. Now you can see here that we could not connect to all stations as per usual. I would guess that it's Terminal 5. It is indeed that we need to go to, so there we go. Line is set back up, and everyone can move on happily ever after. Now, after all these changes, I have to say I didn't think we would take that long today with our upgrade runs, but evidently we are. Now we can finally make sure... We are already in the vehicle management screen, don't mind me. We can finally make sure to go ahead and upgrade this little train right here. Beautiful. So, going to an electric locomotive right there, and making that same change on, not that train. That train? I don't know which one I just had clicked into, but this one right here is the one that we want to change. That's the 2 train lines where we've already gone to electric, so that is great. What is this up here? Oh, no warnings. Okay, I thought there was some. Now, moving on from that, Darlydale, Badal, and Darlydale, Blackburn. Okay. I mean, technically speaking, well, first things first, there's maybe a capacity question. So we want to look at that quickly, but oh, well, this one we're not going to have to upgrade. This one is already quite the fancy one, and nice and electric, so that's quite beautiful. But this train right here, I would maybe like to have a quick look at. First and foremost, rate of 214, so that seems quite solid to me, especially for a train that only goes between Darlydale and Badal. It's probably already a bit overkill, admittedly. What I would be interested in, though, is which line this thing is using, and if we can upgrade it. So let us go. Have a quick peek right here. I guess it's this one here, right? Of course it's not electrified. I mean, we could go for that. I think we should go for it. Speeding up Darlydale's growth is always beautiful. I mean, the city is huge at this point, so we probably do want to do it. Now, that said, I mean, that's taking a little bit of a toll on our planned speed of modernizations, because as you will be able to tell... Oh no, I'm picking high-speed train lines. I should have never done that. That's a bit of a waste of money, but as you may be able to tell right here, we're just taking absolute ages for these train upgrades. That said, I do feel that generally speaking, over the long run, as I'd already previously said, it's probably quite well worth it. It's just actually getting all the train lines in line and upgrading the train stations and everything that is unfortunately quite... taking its toll on our timeline. But it's fine. We're doing it properly once now. Otherwise, we would have to come back to it later anyways. And then, you know, once those train stations are slowly but surely upgraded, we'll hopefully never ever have to come back to those again. Ah, Jesus Christ. What an effort, isn't it? What an effort. But we're getting there. And that is already the first train station completed. Now, before we go and fix that line, we're going to go change the second train station, because anything else doesn't really make much of a sense. So, that one right here must be the one that we need to change. Just going to rip through that train station once more. And you can see just how many more, unfortunately, we still need to do, right? This one, that one, on the cargo line. So, yeah. On the new ones, unfortunately, it's better. Not unfortunately, fortunately, rather, it is a lot better. Because, of course, those we have built with the appropriate railway technology from the get-go, but these older ones, we're just going to have to take the pain once, and then hopefully, we are going to be done with that sometime soon. So, starting with Darlydale, then, in this train station, should be on the 4th, and apparently going to the 3rd terminal. It's looking good at the very least. Yeah, okay. So, that's that upgrade done. Then we can go and actually go to the vehicle management screen. We can go ahead, get this locomotive also swapped out. Absolutely beautiful. Electrification, here we go. And on we move. Now, back to the line management screen. We have got this thing which is pretty much up to date. Yves Sambada, yeah, I mean, honestly, I think we don't even need to talk about upgrading these. You see just how little people want to go to and from Yves Sam, so those rates and amounts are totally fine. Those trains are 15 times cheaper than those electrical locomotives, so at that point I'd rather save the money than boost the city growth by a little bit. Especially, you know, if ESAM doesn't matter too much. Spacefish maybe more, but in the end it is what it is. We want some nice profitability too. Then we've got Space City though, and in this case, you know, I must say I'm kind of tempted to say we go do the upgrade. Especially since probably we do gain some level of strength also for the for the whole overall train from the locomotive. Yeah, a bit of extra power and tractive effort to be gained from that as well. So the locomotive would be doing better with the inclines. Aside that, I mean, it's Space City. I mean, it's a huge city. Even like 2% difference in emissions would have a huge, huge difference on the growth speed of said city. Now, my question would be, is it electric? Ooh, it is. See, that's some foresight right there. Is our train station Space City also electrified? I think so, right? It is. Okay, now we're talking. So these two train lines are the ones that we'd be looking at. They are, I think they're both even high speed. If I'm... No, they're not. They're not. But they're not high speed, but they are electrified. So that's a good start. We don't really need anything else. I'm just going to go to make sure that these are electrified all the way through, but it does seem to very much be the case. And then in here, yeah, so in the train station we would need some upgrades, definitely. Wait a second. I kind of lost it now. Here, these. Oh, these are going through to Colburn and to Darley-Dale. Wow. Okay, so out here. This is also electrified. Let me go and check on the other side. Okay, okay. It's looking quite good, I must say. I mean, we would need some upgrades in the train stations themselves. But otherwise, I guess we could do it. Why is there electrification stopping here? Really? Okay. Let us go. Upgrade the last bit to over here. And then we will just kind of start going through it, alright? So. Oh, this is gonna... I know, guys. It's not fun, but, you know. We're on it now. We may as well take care of it. And as I said, I mean, for Space City, the impact will be massive. Massive, massive, massive. So, let's go and get it done. And then we will at least have it taken care of once and for all. I think that's also, like, pretty much our last passenger lines to do. Afterwards, I mean, we do need to see, but overall, I don't think there's much else on the list still. In terms of passenger lines. So at least, you know, past that, we can just go back to good old train modernization and maybe some plane modernization and, well, leave those train stations, those pesky, nasty train stations behind us for the time being. Right, now that said, I do need to pull out 2 train lines right here. So we're going to go and get that taken care of. Cool. And we'll go and get the new sets of rails in. And then technically we also need to go to Darley-Dale in just a second to make sure to upgrade things there as well. And then we need to redo the lines, swap through the trains, and then that is also good to go. Boom, beautiful. Look at all those new and fancy railway lines. We're almost there, aren't we? I mean, this one's not even being used. That one's not even being used. Is it? No, it is. Okay, but nearly there. One more line and then the dial's pretty much up to snuff, right? So that's cool. So, that said, let me go and trace this one through because that line is now going to be broken, so I'm going to need to find out kind of myself which thingy we need to upgrade here in Darley-Dale. Oh god. This one right here. So, Darley-Dale halt. Configure. I would like to please rip out... Ooh, wait, what? Why do I need to confirm it? That seems like I clicked the wrong thing. If it asks you to confirm, don't do it. We will just click the right thing instead. Out with the old, in with the new. And with these last bits done, we're done with the modernization. Now we need to go and fix all those pesky lines. So for Space City, it's going to be correct still, I'm quite sure. For this, God. What's this one going? This one's going to Colburn, so it must be the one on the right. So I would guess it's number 4. Yeah, correct. Beautiful. And then for Colburn, I think it was number 2, if I'm not all too mistaken. I think so. Yes, cool. So that's the one fixed, and then for the other one, let me go and find Badal again. So for the pink one, we need to go to Terminal 2 in Badal. And in Darlydale, I feel like it was 3, to be honest. It's looking good. Yeah, okay, cool. So that's all those railway lines now also upgraded. I guess that modernization run this time around is going a little past just the vehicles, but totally fine. I think we are taking the right step right there. And let's go ahead and finally upgrade those trains now after all that hard work. Space City Badal, Colburn, and then we have Space City Badal, Darlydale. And look at that improvement from mediocre to good on the inclines, so quite nice. High incline still going 96 kilometers an hour, so quite the nice bit of speed right there. Nicely future-proofed that train, and alongside that, you know, some very nice impacts at the end of the day on all our emissions. So very happy with that. Now you were able to see right there the last thing here. This last train is actually one of our more modern ones, so we don't need to be looking at that, and we are at least done today with the passenger trains. I did not really think we were going to take this long today, but evidently we did, so I hope you all enjoyed it regardless. I think it was some very necessary work to take care of today. We have run out of time, unfortunately, so we will leave off here today and take care of the rest of the bits in the next episode. Should be going a little faster then, because we don't need to change all the train lines about the place, at least that's what I hope. So next episode we'll go back to all of those last few remaining lines, taking care of upgrading the trains where necessary. Definitely also looking at these planes, because you can see they're a little older, so quite a bit of potential right there, and then we'll go from there. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode for the time being. If you did, please make sure, of course, as usual, to hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. And if you're new around here and haven't done so just yet, also please consider smashing that subscribe button, as well as the bell icon right next to it, in order to stay up to date on all the future upcoming episodes. With all that out of the way though, as usual everybody, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I will catch you in the next episode very soon. Ciao.